Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, I'm going over the best Game Boy Advance emulators on Android. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, Game Boy Advance emulation on Android continues to get better. And if you take a look at the Google Play Store, there are a ton of different apps to choose from. Some are free, some are paid, and sometimes it can be hard to decide which one to choose. Fortunately, I've got you covered. If you're looking for emulation accuracy, you'll want to install RetroArch and download the mGBA core. By far, it is the most accurate emulator out there. On the plus side, RetroArch and mGBA are 100% free. On the downside though, they can be a little bit intimidating to use. If you do want to go this route, I have a tutorial on how to set up RetroArch, and I'll leave a link in the description below. You might want to check it out. If you're looking for something a little bit easier, something you can install and you're pretty much good to go, something that looks good and plays games pretty good too, and something that is free, then check out Boy GBA Free. This is a fantastic emulator. One of the big benefits of this app is that it doesn't have any advertisement. A lot of free emulators out there will have built-in ads. This one does not. It doesn't have as many of the features as the paid version, but it still has enough to get you by. I do recommend testing out Boy GBA Free before spending money on Boy GBA Pro. This is the exact same emulator, just with some more features. Some of the benefits of the paid version include customizable skins, built-in cheats, the ability to sync your files with Google Drive, quick and autosave, local and Wi-Fi multiplayer, advanced settings menu, improved control system, BIOS support, cartridge hardware, gyroscope, light sensors, tilt sensor, rumble pack, rewind feature, and box arts. If you install the free version of Pizza Boy, you'll be greeted with this screen upon boot up. One of the big benefits of this emulator is it doesn't really require much setup. There are 3 buttons at the top to become familiar with. This button here will slow down your game. This button will run your game at normal speed. And this button here will speed up your game. This is incredibly helpful when you're at a cutscene that you just can't skip. The menu options are pretty simple. If you just want to load a game and play, all you have to do is click load ROM/game. You do have to provide your own games. One of the big benefits of this emulator is that you don't need to unzip your ROMs. If you have your ROMs in a zipped folder, it doesn't matter. This emulator will read them. In the settings menu, you have 3 different options: General, Joypad, and Video. The general menu options here are pretty simple and straightforward. One item that I like turning off is vibration. I hate when my phone vibrates every time I press a button. Other than that, you don't really need to change a whole lot here. In the video menu, there are 3 different options: linear filtering, LCD blur, and shader. In the shader menu, if you want to turn on something like scan lines, you can, but you really don't need to change anything here. If you rotate your screen, it'll automatically change orientation, so that's a big plus. And it's also pretty easy to change around your buttons, so if you don't like where the buttons are placed on the screen, you can just drag and drop them wherever you want. The free version of this app does support cheats, but you'll have to put them in there manually. This emulator also supports Bluetooth controllers if that's what you would like, and it's probably what I would recommend. Other than that, you don't really need to do anything else here. This is pretty much good to go. Now moving over to the paid version of Pizza Boy Pro. This is what it looks like. The very first thing you'll notice is the overlay. Some people might like it, some people might not, and you do have the option to turn this off. Another almost immediate difference you can see are the additional speed options on the top. You can speed it up a heck of a lot, or you can really slow it down. There's a few more options in the main menu, including rewind. This version also has the ability to read zip files. You don't have to unzip your ROMs. In the settings menu, there are 2 additional options: UI and save. In the general settings, there are a few more options here, including loading your own BIOS. From the UI menu, you can change your theme. You can enable box arts, use your own custom skin, or just choose one of theirs. The list of preloaded skins is right here. If you choose a different one, it changes the color of your Game Boy. Here's an example of Glacier, and here is Slate. In the video settings, there's a few more options as well: Pixel Perfect Match, GPU shader, and CPU shader. Here are the options for GPU shader. You don't really need to change anything if you don't want to. And here is the lonely option for CPU shader. Again, you don't need to select this. In Pizza Boy Pro, there's also a ROM settings menu that's not available in the free version. Most people won't ever need to go into this menu, but if you recognize these menu options, then you probably have quite a bit of experience with emulators. One of the options on here is actually kind of helpful, and that's if you play a lot of ROM hacks. There's an option here for a low precision BIOS, and that might help some of the games get working on this. The low precision BIOS has 3 different options: auto, on, and off. Again, if you don't know what any of this stuff is, you probably don't need it. Another benefit of the Pro version of Pizza Boy is the fact that the cheats menu is fully populated. You don't have to search for your cheats. And it automatically gives you the proper cheats for the game you're playing, which is a nice feature. Aside from all of that, Pizza Boy Free and Pizza Boy Pro work pretty good on lower power devices, so if you can run Pizza Boy Free, then you can run Pizza Boy Pro. However, if Pizza Boy Free is not working well on your device, upgrading to Pizza Boy Pro is not going to fix those issues. With that being said, most people should be absolutely fine with Pizza Boy GBA Free. It's a fantastic emulator. But if you do emulate Game Boy Advance quite a bit and you like the additional options that Pizza Boy Pro offers, $4.99 for this, well, $5, isn't too bad at all. Another benefit of both the free and the paid version of this emulator is that they're updated pretty regularly. The developer is very active in improving these things. If you take a look here, it was last updated on February 28th of this year. I used to recommend both MyBoy Free and MyBoy Paid. These aren't the most accurate emulators out there, but they worked on almost every single device, and they worked very well. However, the free version of this emulator has ads, and the free version of My Pizza Boy doesn't. For John GBA, it's long rumored that this app has stolen code. Whether or not that's true is a different story, because the free version of this app has ads. GBA.emu is also a great emulator, but it's $4.99, the same price as Pizza Boy Pro. In my opinion, I'd go with Pizza Boy Pro because it's easier and it just works. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Remember, if you want accuracy, go with RetroArch and the mGBA core. If you want something that's just easy and works, go with Pizza Boy Free. And if you want the additional options, go with Pizza Boy Pro. Let me know what you think about pretty much any of these emulators I talked about today in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.